how playing on stage for thousands of people, bright lights flashing, a live drum kit pounding, and adrenaline pulsing through my veins with a strong sense of confidence and fearlessness would bring me here with all of you. Nervous, flushed with heat on the back of my neck, and at times feeling like I might even faint. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. My name is Robert Walmsley, and I am here and grateful for the opportunity to grow with all of you and become more comfortable and confident with the thing that at times sure feels harder than death, and that is public speaking. All right. See, I was supposed to be a rock star. When I was 10 years old, I walked into the garage and my dad had his blue 1984 Fender Stratocaster around his neck, and he was playing the opening riff to Van Halen's Ain't Talking About Love. And when I heard that, it struck a chord in my soul. And from that moment, I knew I had to learn how to play. Only later on would I realize that girls that thought that guys that played guitar in bands were cool. So that was an added benefit later on. Playing guitar taught me rhythm and expression. But what it didn't teach me was how to feel confident when the spotlight isn't colored by stage lights, but by fluorescent bulbs in a conference room table, with a table full of sales reps staring back at me. Playing guitar became my passion. I played in bands throughout middle school and high school and college, and I got to do some really cool things. I got to go on tour. I started on the West Coast, went all the way up to the middle of the United States and back. And there was one thing that I learned during that, and that was, if you have a really small following in your hometown, no one's ever heard about you outside in another state. But I had a lot of fun doing it. And I got to do things such as play down in Hollywood at the Viper Room and the Knitting Factory. And I even had some songs published in a movie. Can anybody guess what my royalty check payment was for getting a couple songs in a movie? It's $33. But I still have that framed on my wall at home. So those moments gave me confidence. I learned how to command a stage, how to feed off the energy of the crowd, and how to improvise when things went wrong, like the time that I snapped one of my guitar strings mid-song and had to figure out how to keep playing so that the audience didn't notice. So fast forward a couple years, and I traded guitar picks for floor plans. Today, I work in a sales leadership role for a home building company. My stage looks very different. Again, it's not lit by blue and red stage lights, but by fluorescent bulbs in conference rooms. So the funny thing is that the stage fright I never had as a musician showed up in full force once I became a leader. Before every sales meeting, I can feel it building. In fact, after every sales meeting, I can feel it building because I'm thinking about the next one, right? The nerves, the heat on your neck, and oh my gosh, is this going to be the meeting that I can't make it through and I have to run out? So despite years of public performance, I realized something important. It's not the spotlight that scares me. It's the vulnerability of being authentic in front of the people that I lead. See, on stage, I could hide behind a guitar. But in leadership, you have to stand there, just you, your voice, and you have to be prepared for anything that's going to come at you. That's what brought me here. So I joined Toastmasters because I don't want the fear to control the very skill that can make me a better leader, which is communication. I want to turn that nervous energy into passion and confidence and be able to be compelling in the times where my team needs me to be the most. And maybe along the way, I'll rediscover a bit of that fearless 10-year-old who walked into the garage and thought, that's what I want to do when I heard that song. So as I stand here today, heart still racing, I remind myself of one thing. Courage doesn't mean that you never feel fear. It means that you plug in, turn up the volume, and play anyway. Thank you.